Yo, what is up, YouTube? It's your boy, Super Nerd, coming at you with part 3 of Rise of the Argonauts. Let's get into it. That's a badass little intro. Just saying. I guess it's this one. Oh, yeah.
Hail, King Jason.
Okay, so...
And lastly, there's a private. I'm afraid it's both.
We went through all this last time.
But why Alcime was...
and
Our sources...
just skip through it real
Apparently
fast.
not. What is...
Disturbance in the village, the guy...
he's got a couple of men with him. And the guard who made the report says there was a witch.
in the private matter. Hiring
The sooner you
guard.
make your choice, the sooner I can start training them to take my place.
Let's see the men who would attempt to replace you.
Lieutenants Ivarius, Myron, and Platon, step forward. These three are equal in rank and seniority.
Far too many important officials. Yourself,
What?
Master Polias,
We're just
should have bodyguards at all
gonna
times.
decide.
I've made my...
Who will it be then?
Avarice.
Lieutenant Avarius, I name you Captain of the Guard. It is my wish that you strive to lead as Captain Idus has led. Nobly, honorably, and with dedication. May you always be first in battle and last to stand in our defense.
It will be my honor. May the leadership of Idus live on through me.
All three of you, I am grateful the Guard has men of your quality. Dismissed.
One guy was just too aggressive, and the other guy...
I thank you, Jason.
I just was...
I'm
didn't
sure
like
my wife, Cipriana, will thank you too.
After a few months with you around all day, she may change her tune.
I'd like to go tell her the news.
Of course. Let's finish our business, then you can go to the village. To be safe, let's keep the watch doubled, Idus.
As you say, Jason.
Okay.
Nephew, what news?
Nothing yet. There's a disturbance in the village I must see to. And I must still speak with Argos.
When I have a moment, I will see what I can find about the location of Delphi.
Alrighty, let's go. Let's go this way. Can't remember if there was anything this way. No, I think I'm ready. I think we're going this way. Okay. Why is he just like looking at the guards? Alrighty. Let's go to the statue.
Here did Iolcum, favored of Zeus, defeat the giant Typhor to claim these lands. Iolcum vowed that he and his descendants would forever honor Zeus and protect his sacred island. Iolcum vowed that he and his descendants would forever honor Zeus, and so was founded the kingdom of Iolcus.
Alrighty. Ooh. Bushes. Now let's go talk to those people. Nobody to the left, nobody to the right.
Your palace would be at home among the great houses of Athens or Mycenae.
I like my palace. It's a nice palace. I sold you.
Hail, sir. There's reports of trouble in the village. Some foreign warrior demanding to see you.
Yep, heard about that.
I'll see to it. Thank you.
What about you?
Sir,
One of the villagers came by. Says this warrior in the village had a witch with him.
We'll see about.
And same thing. What about her?
Welcome, King Jason. May the blessings of Apollo's light shine upon you. What can Pandora, a humble fortune teller and follower of the sun god, do for you?
Well, Pandora, can you tell me my fortune?
What type of fortunes do you tell?
Oh, just kidding.
I ask a person questions about their relationships with their fellow man. Then I interpret their responses and align them with the constellations of the stars.
Let's see what fortune you can see.
A man's most difficult choices involve the relationships he has with others. Which of these relationships shall we explore first?
Duty to king and country. Let us speak of that.
You are a scout in a king's army. A neighboring kingdom threatens your border. A fragile treaty keeps the peace, and you have orders to honor it. On patrol, you spot a soldier from the opposing kingdom hurriedly racing back to his side of the border. From where he was on your side, you see a scratched pattern on the ground, a signal for an invading force. What do you do?
Well, I want to chase him and kill him. I guess I just honored the treaty.
I would honor the treaty and my duty. I would finish my patrol and then make my report.
Your answer is guided by the constellation Libra, the scales. Of what shall we speak of next?
Let's speak of my fellow men.
You are a shepherd. You suspect a neighbor who is neither kin nor friend of opening your gate and grazing his flocks on your land. This shepherd's pastures lie between yours and the great forest. The wolves have been emerging from the forest in force this year and have claimed many of his flock. The wolves have spared your sheep while they grow fat on his. What do you do?
I'd recognize that I benefit at his expense. He serves as a buffer between my sheep and the wolves. I would suggest that we work together to solve the problem.
I feel the sway of the constellation Libra, the scales, in your answer. Of what shall we speak of next?
Friendship.
Speak of friendship, the bonds between comrades.
You are a poor guard, as is your closest friend. You learn that someone has stolen the devotional offerings from the local temple. You discover it was your friend who did this. His wife is very sick and requires medicine he cannot afford. He offers to split the money with you if you keep his secret. A large reward and a likely promotion await you if you arrest him. What do you do?
Well, splitting the money. This would just be like an accomplice. No, I want to just let him keep all of it. No way. I want to split the money because then we both be... I don't think I'd arrest him because that's just selfish. Return it anonymously. Why not?
I would allow my friend to spend only what was needed to acquire the medicine. Then, I would anonymously return the rest.
Here I sense the stars of the constellation Pygmalion, the sculptor, in your response. Now we have only the matter of family to discuss. 2 suitors vie for your daughter's hand. One is a prince who will lift your entire family in stature and wealth, but your daughter doesn't love him. The other is a lowly farmer whose land is poor, but whose heart is rich with your daughter's love. If she marries the prince, there will be peace for 100 years, but she will live a short and unhappy life. If she marries the farmer, she will live long and happily, but the land will be plunged into brutal warfare. To whom do you give your blessing?
Okay, well, so now you're bringing up war and her being happy, or peace and her dying fast and being unhappy. I say whoever she wants. You know what? If war's to come along with it, then so be it.
I would give my blessing to whomever my daughter chooses as her husband. I would trust in her judgment and support her happiness.
In this matter, your answer aligns with the constellation Pygmalion, the sculptor.
So, Pandora, what fortune do you read in my responses?
For you, duty is not a matter of choice or condition. It is an absolute and has no room for interpretation. In society, the common good is the highest goal. You believe people should work together to solve their collective problems. Friends should help each other. If your friend should stray from virtue, you believe it's your obligation to bring him back. You would honor your family, and yet you would treat a stranger with equal respect and hospitality. 2 guides vie to influence you: Libra, the scales, and Pygmalion, the sculptor. To succeed on your path, you will have to strike a balance between principle and analysis. Your choices have shed much light on the man who stands before me. I hope you have found my humble fortune illuminating in some small way.
I mean, kind
I
of.
did. Thank you. Does Apollo grant you the gift of foresight? Is that why you're a fortune teller?
I'm certainly not an oracle or even a seer, but I have some knowledge of the stars and their influence on men.
And besides prophecy, why else do you follow Apollo?
Oh, Apollo rules over much more than that. He is the sun god, he who commands the sun. Civilization, music, and order, all of these are noble things.
What of Apollo's virtues? Do they have an effect on your work?
Nobility of purpose, a studious and open mind, compassion. These are the virtues I strive to uphold. There is a reason good men ask Apollo to bless their shields. He favors those whose purpose is true and who fight only to defend what's noble and right.
Awesome.
I must be going, Pandora. Be well.
Apollo bless you.
Alrighty, so now that we know about that, let's go to this herm.
Here Diaphanes, renowned architect, was shown by Apollo the temple and palace he was to build. As he gazed up at the cliffs, he was blinded by a beam of light. As he gazed up at the cliffs, he was blinded by a beam of light. Shielding his eyes, he saw the outline of ghostly buildings high above. Shielding his eyes, he saw the outline of ghostly buildings high above.
And thus the palace of the kings of Iolcus was built to honor the vision he had been given. And thus the palace of the kings of Iolcus.
I don't know why it repeats lines twice, but it does. That's cool. So he was blinded by the light. Looked up and saw a castle. Yep.
You let a handful of mercenaries bring shame upon you. Your guests lie murdered. My brother is dead.
Grumpy guy.
Look who finally decides to grace us with his presence. King Jason himself. It only took you all day.
If you had announced yourself at the palace, then I would have known you were here sooner, Zeno.
Right. Me come to you. I've already come far enough. All the way from Thessaloniki to bring back my brother's body.
I am sorry for Menander's loss. May he find his way to Elysium.
Not good enough. No, not by a long way, King of Iolcus. There must be compensation, tribute. Your lands here are rich. Your herds are fat. Clearly you've grown soft with Zeus's favor shining down upon you. Things are much different on the rocky soil of Thessaloniki. A hard life makes men tough. But you Iolcans wouldn't know about that.
Save your insults, Thessalonian. Why don't you just say what it is you want?
I will bring my brother's body home. And with it, my ship will be full of Iolcan wheat and sheep.
No, sir.
And then, each year, on the anniversary of Menander's death, you will send 10 girls on the cusp of womanhood to me. Never!
No.
This is what I demand in tribute to the memory of my murdered brother.
My guards fought valiantly to save all those who could be saved. Your brother's death was a tragedy, and I grieve his passing. But I will not compound that tragedy by paying you off and sending innocent girls to you.
You
That's tell him, right. King Jason.
I am not here to negotiate. If you refuse my demand, then my men and I will take our own revenge.
Then let's make it a duel.
If there is no other way to satisfy you, then let us settle this between us.
I'm with Jason.
Then consider yourself challenged, Warden.
Name your terms.
My men and I against you and your behemoth.
Well,
your guards will take no retribution against me after I kill you. When you fall, I take my brother's body and the tribute I have named back to Thessaloniki.
No! Don't do it!
And your stake?
I hold here my brother's mace, a weapon worth more than anything on Iolcus. Blessed by Poseidon himself.
I don't want it.
This will be my stake. Boo!
No one wants it.
No. You will swear here and now, before these witnesses, that your family will make no further claim for tribute. Should any try to do so, they will forfeit the honor of your family name.
Very well. So I swear. So swears Zeno of Thessaloniki.
Tell us when. You boys take all the time you need.
Jason of Iolcus dies today! Kill them!
I don't think so. Oh, maybe. I remember how to play, guys. 1 second.
Finish it, you Iolcan dog!
Take your brother home, Zeno.
I won't forget this, Jason.
Leave the mace.
What?
Your stake. Do you forget?
Bah! A curse on Iolcus!
It is a fine mace. Do you think it really was blessed by Poseidon?
Who knows?
One thing's certain. It'll see more honor with you than that fool.
That is true. Okay, well, since mine offers no bonuses, and this one does, whenever this mace hits an enemy, there's a chance a non-damaging blast will impact all foes around him. Also, all mace attacks have a moderate power boost. Awesome.
Be careful, King Jason. He had a witch with him earlier. She may still be around.
A witch.
You don't know that, Thaddeus.
You should have seen her. Markings all over her body. And she was asking about the assassin.
More like demands, really. Did any of us see him? Where did he come from? She was very interested, all right.
And what's she look like?
Strange. Foreign-like. No Yolkin woman would wear the dress she's wearing, I'll say that.
And she's got these markings, tattoos and such all over. Legs and feet and arms and face.
Dark hair, piercing eyes. Clean her up a bit. She could be passably fair, I suppose.
Why, you dirty old goat. That's enough of you.
Yanula, please. I'm just trying to give the king a good description.
Did she say what her purpose was?
We asked that. She said, wolves always hunt in packs. Thought that a strange reply myself.
Mostly, she was just pressing. Almost brought my wife to tears. She's keen on it, I tell you. Intense. Like she's got urgent business.
Where is she now? Did you see her leave?
That we did. That Xenoman was yelling up a storm, and I saw her slink off.
It was real strange. She had her ears perked, like she was listening for something. Then, all of a sudden, she pricks up, and she was off like a bolt toward the Crypt of Kings.
Interesting.
I heard her say under her breath, "I've got you now," as she ran off. I swear on Olympus.
Thank you.
Obviously,
I'll find her and see what she's up to.
Talking about... Obviously, she's not talking about me. That guy got his ass kicked. This guy's got nothing important to say. This is his wife, right?
Thank you, Jason.
Keep him out of trouble, Cipriana.
Keep him fed, Cipriana.
Keep him fed.
Jason.
Idas, how is village life suiting you?
It's only been a few minutes, but so far I think I can get used to it.
Get used to it. Is it that difficult?
It's Elysium, Cipri. There, happy?
I'll leave you two to your business. Come, children.
So, what are you going to do without the guard?
Farm.
Farm? Farm what?
Grapes or barley. Haven't decided yet.
Grapes.
Barley practically grows itself, so I'd have more time to fish or hunt or just sit with my children. But grapes, now there's a challenge that could keep me occupied. Give me something to do with myself.
See, grapes, because... But barley, he gets to be... I feel like this should almost be a streamed game. Huh? Oh well. Too late for that. We're gonna go ahead and do... grapes.
I know you, Idas. You'll be bored within a week if you don't have something to do, some problem to solve. Try the grapes. I've heard farmers can spend a lifetime growing them and still find more to learn each season.
Oh, yeah.
As my king commands, grapes it is. I'll send some raisins and wine to the palace soon enough.
No raisins, please.
I hope you're here to enjoy them. I hear you're heading for Delphi.
I'm going to bring her back, Idas.
I pray you do. Here, Jason. I've given this a great deal of thought, and... my sword. I want you to have it.
Growing up, training, I used to marvel at this sword.
I know you did. But remember, weapons are only as good as the men who wield them. This one, it's a good sword, and it served me well. But with you, I think it can become a great sword.
I am honored, my friend.
Hell yeah. So we got Veteran's Blade. All of Jason's sword attacks deal more damage to shields and have significant chance to deal crippling wounds, hampering an enemy's ability to turn and move. Awesome. Let's go ahead and equip it. Nothing else, right?
Grapes will take a while to get started.
Yep. Kids don't got nothing.
My father promised to take me to the beach.
Be good, Zarya.
When I grow up, I'm gonna be like Hercules.
You're looking more like your father each day, Yanni.
What? I love this game. This game's awesome. We're gonna go... Nope, not her. She's got nothing to say. What about these people? Thaddeus and... Oh, I can't.
Thank you for dealing with that obnoxious man. The nerve to demand such tribute.
Yeah, that was BS. I agree.
He was nothing like his brother. Let us remember to mourn for Menander.
That we can do. There's been a lot of mourning here of late.
Yes, sir.
Our neighbor Agatha lost her husband in the attack. He was a servant in the palace. Poor Agatha and her son Sinon. That boy's taking it very hard.
Let's talk about this witch you saw with Zeno.
Something strange about her. I won't feel right until she's found.
All those questions about the assassin. What kind of person would want to know about that?
Farewell.
Okay. Say bye to those guys.
Look, heroes. It's the king.
What could he be doing here?
Oh, no. Please, no. Help us. Is she...
I'm sorry. Your daughter was seriously wounded, but she is mending.
Oh, Hera, help me. This news will be the death of me.
Steady, wife. He said she's recovering.
When can we see her?
Before I set sail, I'll leave instructions for her to come visit you.
Oh, this news will be the death of me. Oh, I love this game, man. Solid 10 out of 10. Oh, look at these kids. Just gawking and looking over there. Nothing to talk about. What about the grandpa I was supposed to give the flag thing to? I can't remember. Oh no, he's on the shore if I remember correctly. Yeah, I think he's on the shore. So I think which should be this way? I might be wrong. Oh yeah. I just used the force on that fucking gate. Alright. Keep marching. Oh. I don't like that.
Here lies the entrance to the cave of Amalthea. Fearing the jealousy of Cronus, Rhea gave to Amalthea her infant son Zeus to hide and protect. In this hot refuge, Amalthea nurtured the newborn god. Safe from the sight of Cronus, the cries of Zeus were masked by the sounds of the moving rock and the searing flame. Glory to Amalthea, who saw that Zeus was safely raised until he could challenge his father Cronus.
Hip hip hooray. See, is there anything this way? No. Nothing. Hercules, you think you can move the rock? Oh, I don't know where Hercules. Yeah, I can't seem to remember if there's anything to actually do there. But it is pretty blocked off, so I'm gonna zoom it out for now. But as we have hit that 30-minute mark, it is time to go ahead and end the video. I'll do that once I get up here. Just give me a second. Okay. Alright, you gents over here, Herc and Jason, are going to be reporting out, and we'll catch you tomorrow in the next one. It's your boy Super Nerd. Later.